Hey, it's Sly Jones. Welcome back to my channel. First off, I want to say thanks to everyone who supported the channel so far. I know I took a short break from making videos, but I never forgot about you, and I look forward to kicking the channel into second gear. I've already met some really cool people who I stay in touch with that want to work together and help the channel grow. And I've been doing some research from upcoming videos and working to make the live show happen before the end of the year. So in the meantime, if you're new, welcome. I encourage you to leave comments on why you agree or disagree with my take on today's topic. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss your chance to put in your 2 cents in case I post a topic that you find interesting. Alright, now this is a video response to Roland Martin, his retweet of my tweet, which I'll talk about shortly. But more importantly, what I want to do is spark the debate about whether black elites, these certain gatekeepers like Oprah Winfrey or Roland Martin, should be able to guilt trip us and damn near bully us into voting. Now, I've heard from them, I've heard their speeches, and frankly, even though I do vote, I find that using the ancestors to make me feel bad if I don't vote, that's a little tasteless. Now, I do want to give a voice to the people on the polar opposite side of this issue so that their views can be heard. So, let's have the discussion. Do you have to vote because you're black? Do you feel like voting is useless in general? Do you feel like Roland Martin or Oprah have the right to guilt trip anyone into voting? Let's talk about it. Now, on November 7th, a day after the midterm elections, I tuned into Roland Martin's podcast, specifically the episode titled, "Don't Listen to These Fake Conscious Negroes." Here's a snippet of what he had to say.
So let me also just share just a few words. I have been seeing all of these tweets from people all the time saying, having certain folks saying it's a waste to vote, don't vote, it makes no sense at well. Listen, everybody listen to me right now. If you follow anybody on social media who is telling you not to vote, drop their ass right now. Just straight unfollow because it's dumb. So you can't sit here and be one of these new Negroes, these fake conscious Negroes, talking about criminal justice reform, but you're not voting on the people who are going to be district attorneys. That is beyond dumb. Every facet of our life is impacted by politics in some way. The moment you are born, politics is involved in your life. It's called a birth certificate. That's a political document. And guess what? When you die, politics will send your behind out because they will issue a thing called a death certificate. And so to act as if somehow you're not impacted by politics is dumb. Then, of course, to have these people who saying, oh, no, don't do it because there's no black agenda. Well, fool, if you never present a black agenda, then you can't hold somebody accountable. So we have to stop listening to people who are utterly ignorant just because they have some Twitter following and you think they're conscious and smart, and they are not. And then the people who say, oh, all the politicians, they all corrupt. Well, they stuck on stupid too, which is what I said to Jason Whitlock when I interviewed him. That's just dumb. I am not interested in sitting on the sidelines listening to petty, childish, immature fools who simply don't know what the hell they're talking about and they so-called a conscience. I dare say, black folks, you need to just ignore these fools out here who are leading you astray and who are running amok, who are bamboozling you, who think they're some fake Malcolm X's when all they are some people who mean nothing, who know nothing, and just leading you down a wrong path.
All right, so after hearing that, it's obvious how he feels, about people who don't vote. Even though I am a voter, I really didn't care for his arrogant tone. Using words like dumb, fool, ignorant, and stupid to describe other black folks is perfectly fine for him to do, but should you dare use the phrase coon or Uncle Tom around him, he'll kick you off the show. But I'll talk a little bit more about that before I close. For as strongly as Roland Martin feels about voting, there are a large segment of the population, not just black, who think that voting just doesn't make a difference. From 2008 to 2016, we had a black president and a black attorney general from 2009 to 2015, and the families of Mike Brown, Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin, nor Jamar Clark received justice, just excuses. Also consider the conflict in the Middle East. It was Hillary Clinton who voted alongside Bush Jr. to go to Iraq after 9/11, one of the worst military decisions in history. It was Hillary who had Muammar Gaddafi executed not long after announcing that Libya was moving away from the dollar. Now, if those decisions do bother you, if you actually understand what happened in Benghazi, or you remember the Super Predator's comments, and you didn't leap right off the couch in 2016 to vote for the lesser two evils, then I think it's your God-given right not to. Not to mention that she got the most votes but still didn't win. I mean, because of the Electoral College. See, it's things like that that discourage people from going to the polls, period. And even if I vote myself, I respect somebody's decisions if they choose not to. All right, now one of the most outspoken and unapologetic critics of voting in America is one of my favorite stand-up comedians, Mr. Corey Holcomb, star of the Adult Swim show Black Jesus, and host of the 5150 Show, a weekly talk show here on YouTube Tuesday nights at 8 Pacific time. Shout out to the 5150 Nation, D. Ortiz, O. Williams, Genevieve, and everybody affiliated with that show. I am a lifelong fan. If you've never heard of him, Corey Holcomb is one of the funniest, realest comedians out today. Here's some tweets on on Corey's opinions about this year's elections, and some footage recently and from the past on his thoughts on voting.
Because you got to clean it up. Out of all the dumb fucks that think you can vote your way into equality. You dumb fuck. If you are over 40 still voting, you are one of the dumbest people on this planet.
But I will say voting locally works.
What works about it? Didn't motherfuckers get shot this week too by the police?
When I say voting, see, in your neighborhood, you can vote in or out the police chief.
Yeah. What?
Yes. In your
vote for judges?
Yes.
So you saying
you can vote for judges, you can change shit directly.
Like the 3 strikes law when that got overturned, right?
So what are you saying to me, Zoe, is a vote in this country can help niggas?
I'm saying if niggas organized at the local level to vote in people who support their agenda, you can see change.
Who won't change? It happens.
That's real.
When black people won't change, they want it.
But I think
that's all. Your vote in this country, whatever you do, means nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Locally, if you vote your father in, he ain't gonna be able to do shit. They gonna kill his black ass. What? I don't give a fuck if your father is the alderman. Your father
is the alderman.
Your father ain't gonna do shit.
Alderman Davis.
Your father gonna fuck them hoes at his benefit, because that's the only thing he can do. White people don't have to have shit voted in.
That's
shit
real.
is done
White people just
to
gotta make
help
a call.
their cause all over the country.
I can't even argue with you.
Their cause, what will make their communities better is going to be done. What will make the police pull over 2 6-year-olds and ask them for ID in a black neighborhood? It'll never stop, because it's set up where Caucasian cops can walk into an all-black neighborhood, disrespect anybody in the neighborhood they want, and don't nobody bust at them. I'm 100%. All them rappers that's talking about going to vote make me question their motherfucking manhood.
Oh, stop.
Why are you doing that? Why are you going around telling people to vote? And what rapper has come up from the vote unless he fucking niggas? I'm just asking.
Wow.
Well, why are you telling people to vote?
Wow.
Can you tell me what made you get with this
what rappers telling people?
Whatever rapper. Look at all of them that's out there talking about go vote. Wow. I'm like, you part of that clique, dog. You part of that dick in the ass that don't hurt no more clique.
And Corey said this shit is real.
Shit, 100% real, man. I'm telling you, man, all them motherfuckers who be campaigning for shit, well, you be like, why they campaigning for that?
Yeah.
Because they part of the community.
Fuck, man. Damn.
The windy asshole community.
And I feel like I
Now, don't get me wrong. I know that some of you think that is the most ignorant shit you've ever heard, if you are on the side of having to vote. I know you probably thought that Corey was speaking blasphemy and probably set us back 400 years. But let me tell you what I saw. If you noticed in the video, the older one, Zoe Williams, the guy sitting on the left with the glasses in the video with the ball cap, the slimmer guy, he did not let Corey off the hook. Instead of getting angry and taking what Corey said to heart, he continued to make his point on why local elections work. And they didn't get mad, take anything personal, or call each other out their names. They chopped it up like men are supposed to chop it up and keep it moving. Not this beta male shit that Roland Martin is on. Which brings us to Roland Martin retweeting my tweet. All I was basically doing was giving props to Corey and saying that, it'd be a fire debate to see these two diametrically opposed individuals have a spirited debate about voting or not voting in the black community. See, the way I see it, you get to bring two totally different audiences together with the goal of trying to understand each other's point of view without looking down on one another. But no, according to Mr. Martin, not voting is beyond dumb. What great points. Y'all listen to the wrong damn folks. Alright, so let me set Roland Martin straight. First the fuck off. Who the fuck is y'all? I voted early in Georgia. I voted for Stacey Abrams, as well as Georgia's Clean Water Conservation Program and my local Superior Court clerk and everything else on the ballot, so let me correct you on that. Second, I listen to all sides of an argument whether I agree or not. I have an open enough mind and a thick skin to disagree with someone without calling them out of their name or thinking I'm superior to them. I tend to think that as black men, we get a lot more accomplished when we build with each other and learn from each other instead of tearing each other down based on social status or education. Alright, like the entrepreneur Jim Rohn said, always be willing to look at both sides of the argument. Understanding the other side is the best way to strengthen your own. See, I'm just a dude with a high school diploma, and even I can understand that concept. You mean your HBCU education didn't teach you that? But you know what? I won't hold that against the HBCUs. I'm putting that on you, Roland. Third, tell me what's worse. Not voting at all or voting against who you guys endorse. See, I don't need the likes of you on the left or Candace Owen on the right to tell me what I need to do and what I'm supposed to do just because I'm black. My ancestors didn't fight to free me from the cluckers just so I could be told what to do by some bougie, boule ass Negroes. I'm not trading one master for another. Now back to Roland Martin. See, your boy Roland Martin has a Napoleon complex. He's quick to get in his feelings, as most small men are. He lives to be right all the time. And he loves to argue and bicker just like a bitch. He overcompensates to make up for what he lacks in athleticism or physical stature. See, he's the kind of guy who was really lame. Then he joined a fraternity, paid a ton of money, and humiliated himself just so he could finally hang out with the cool kids. You know those kind of guys. Now, I don't know what the fuck he's supposed to be doing here. But ladies, if you find this sexy, more power to you. For someone who got fired for homophobic slurs from CNN, this has got to be one of the gayest things I've ever seen. This is supposed to be A-Fi-A?
And I said, oh, nay, nay.
But real talk though, Roland Martin is out of touch with the everyday black man. See, those of us who maybe didn't graduate college, we're considered lesser than. If you're not in a fraternity or sorority or rubbing shoulders with the so-called elites, we don't really get it. But don't take my word for it. Let's listen to what a hard-working, everyday brother has to say about it.
And Roland Martin, hope this light bulb go off in your head. You ain't the smartest motherfucker out here, man. You ain't the only one that look at life a certain type of way. You ain't the only one that cares about black people. We may come from it from a different point of view or do it a different way. Doesn't mean that we not on the same page. And see, motherfuckers like Roland Martin don't understand that. You can come at it from your way, But when it's time to get down and fight for one another, nigga, you need to be on that same page. And if you can't do that, stop speaking about issues or stop speaking about shit that you ain't gonna be about. Just because you disagree with a lot of us that say, look, man, I look at this from a whole different perspective. I'm probably in the middle of this shit. Look, if you don't want to vote, I ain't really mad at you. I don't like that you won't vote. I'm gonna say that. I don't like it. But I think you should. But I'm not gonna shame you or turn my back on you because you don't vote. Look, this is my first time really voting. My first time voting. So what, you gonna shame me now, Roland Martin, because now this is my first time doing it? You gonna shame me for all the other times that I didn't vote? Maybe I wasn't informed. Maybe I wasn't educated. Maybe I wasn't in politics. Maybe my life was too complicated to be thinking about voting, motherfucker.
The last cat is my boy Kenny from the Opinion But Facts channel. I left a link to his channel below. Dude keeps it all the way 100, and I look forward to collaborating with him and his team. All right, everybody, in closing, I just really want to thank you again for stopping by. If anyone has topics you want to discuss, drop me a line at Sly Jones on Twitter or right here in the comments. God bless. Hope we talk again soon. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.